This video is sponsored by BetterHelp. Part 1. Living life or checking off life. For the past 8 years, I have tried to improve myself and my life. I wanted more from life and I knew that it is possible. It's just about making it happen. Quickly in this journey, I went to the direction of waking up early, grinding, getting things done and staying productive every hour of the day, checking off to-do lists one after another. And this got me results. I felt like I improved, I leveled up my life in almost every area of life, and I have to say this was still 100% worth it. But then I started to wonder, when does this end? When can I not create a to-do list? When I can just at least not worry if something stays undone? I was chasing success, hoping that one day I will achieve happiness. I did a lot, I achieved a lot, but at the end of the day, I never quite felt it was enough. If I felt that I could do more, that meant that I should do more, or even that I needed to do more. But why? Why we cannot be satisfied with what we have? Why we always need to aim for something huge and extraordinary? I mean, I think evolution plays a big part in this, just because in the past, as a species, we were living in environments where striving for more could mean the difference between survival and death. For example, by seeking better resources or improving your living conditions or some status that you have in certain area. And I think this has led to us now in our society value more success, progress, growth, always needing to be better. So now we have this societal or social pressure that we need to stay productive and we need to stay busy, because otherwise people will think that we are just lazy and we are not any more valued members of this society or our community. And I think that there is a small point to that. I understand it, but I think we have just gone way beyond it, that it's never enough. We are never enough, and we can never prove that we are enough. And I think many of us are also addicted to being busy and always needing to work and grow. And I think that that is because we are used to this. We are used to this social pressure and being in this situation, and we are afraid to see what is on the other side. And here I want to thank BetterHelp for sponsoring this video and helping me to keep going in my own journey. We all navigate life's challenges, which can often feel overwhelming, especially if you are already navigating these social or societal pressures of what you should be or need to be. There have been many moments in my life where I couldn't anymore realize what is healthy for me from what wasn't, where to draw the line and what to let go and what to keep in my life. I think having access to objective perspectives and unbiased advice is crucial for addressing these issues. I actually used to think that seeing a therapist or going to therapy was a sign of weakness, but now I know that is actually a big source for mental strength. No matter what you're going through, with BetterHelp, professional support is just a few clicks away. First, you go to their website and answer a few questions. BetterHelp will match you to a licensed therapist, usually within 48 hours, so you can get started fast. With flexible communication options like phone calls, video calls, or messaging, you can just choose whatever fits you the best. Let BetterHelp connect you to a therapist who can support you in your journey. Click the link below or visit betterhelp.com/sunnykind-journey to get a special discount on your first month. So at some point in my journey, I started to wonder, what's the point of working for a better tomorrow if that means that I am losing happiness from today? Or not just from today, but from almost every single day. I remember seeing some content a few years ago talking about how in our society we are working until we are 65 or 70, and then when we retire we can finally be free for like 20 years. And how bad trade-off is that? And I agree, for me at least, that gives a lot of anxiety. But now I understand that it's actually that plus everything else. It's not just about your work. It's the mentality in general that we think that we must now keep working more and more and more so that one day we can be happy. And that many times means that we are not happy now or not satisfied with our lives right now. If you cannot focus on living life right now, when is that time? When is the time that you can actually start living and stop checking off lists, to-do lists, or keep working and grinding, hustling all the time. We care so much about our lifespan. We want to live until at least 100 years old. But what about our health span or our enjoyment span? Out of that 100 years, how many years we are actually enjoying and thinking that we are living life to the fullest? I at least don't want to end up being 100 years old and having the regret that I wasted my life. I didn't live it when I could. So after a couple of years of my journey, I realized that life is not just a series of tasks waiting to be checked off. We can never really get there because there doesn't even exist. It's more of a feeling than a certain life situation. And if you cannot get there by working a lot and hustling, staying consistent or focused in your life, why to even try to do that, to get there that way? Part 3. Stop trying too much. From this to-do list mindset or checking off game, I went to a complete other direction. I started aiming to create this more balanced and meaningful life. I started to focus on what really matters to me and to take care of myself inside and outside. So I went from trying to achieve things to trying to experience things more. I let go and stopped trying so much. I found meaningful problems and started solving those. So rather than trying to add things in my life, I actually started to remove those things. And if this is not your first video on my channel watching me, you know that I am a minimalist. And I know that I could become even better minimalist or even a master minimalist, a perfect minimalist, but I don't care about that. That is not my definition of success. However, I still need to constantly remind myself of this to avoid getting trapped. Even while I was planning and making this video, I needed to remind myself that now it's about enjoying this and the focus has to be there and not getting this done. Because that is when the thoughts become clear and the words start coming out. In my mind, I often go back and think about some past experiences or periods of my life. How amazing those times were. Like spending summers on our summer cottage, having family trips to new countries, and laughing with my classmates so hard we almost got kicked out of the classroom. But I never realized how beautiful those moments were when I was actually living them. And now it's all gone. Our summer cottage is now somebody else's summer cottage. We had to sell it. My parents divorced more than 15 years ago, and most of my classmates took completely different life paths compared to me. And I used to feel sad about it until I realized that this moment doesn't have to be so different from those. Those were all memories from a time when I didn't care about getting things done. It didn't matter at all. I was just living life. And now I've started to see it. I am living one of these golden eras or golden periods of my life right now. Actually, I'm always living it. It's just about being able to see it. It's about hearing the birds, seeing the bees and the plants and the sun rays. It's about understanding that it's your life, not a to-do list. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to stay kind and meaningful in your own beautiful journey. See you in the next one.